Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to part 3 in house number 48. So in part 3, we're hopefully going to finish up the inside of this house. We still have a lot to get done though. I'm not sure if we're going to make this a 3-story house or a 2-story house, but we'll see. I did some experimenting with this house to see like what we could do with it and stuff like that. And I do have a couple ideas. So one thing, we are going to be using fire, so when we get to that part, make sure that you have fire spread turned off. Otherwise it might catch on fire. Just a little heads up. I want to give you guys a little heads up just so your house doesn't burn down or melt, since we did use ice. Okay, so let's clear my inventory real quick because we are going to be using a lot of materials. I'll go over some of those here in a minute. We'll keep the night vision, and so what we're going to need block of quartz. We'll need quartz stairs, quartz slabs, maybe pillar quartz blocks. Let's also take out some wool. Let's take out some white carpet and then also some gray wool as well. And like usual, we're going to use a lot more materials like black carpet, maybe black wool. Again, we're going to be using a lot of different materials like usual. So first off, when we first walk in the door, we have this piece here. Let's have this come out 1, 2, 3. Then on this third block, we're going to stack it all the way up to the ceiling. Oh, I'm not sure if I mentioned this. I did make the floor, what is this, birchwood planks? Let me check real quick. I believe it's birchwood. Yeah, birchwood planks, and then the second windows go right above these here, so you can kind of see where I placed it here. So that's where the second floor goes, and you can just fill it all in. So what we're going to do here is put our upside down slabs going all the way up to the ceiling. So it should look something like this. Now we are going to make a wall coming all the way over to the other side here, and this wall you can just kind of stack all the way up. And one thing we could do is do something like this just so you can see a little bit through it. Just add a little bit more decoration, I guess. And this is where our fireplace is going to go. So what we're going to do is place a piece of stair here, quartz stair that is, one on top. So you should have one like this. Then come one block away, do the same thing. And then you're going to take this middle piece out. That's where your nether rack's going to go. Connect it with, what is that, quartz slabs. Then a quartz, you can do two different things here. You can place a quartz block, or you can place a full quartz block, something like that. So there we go. There's our fireplace. Let's move it over one block because I have an idea for later on. So we're gonna move it over one more block. So we're just gonna put it here instead. Move it over one more block. So again, this is why you want to make sure fire spread is turned off, so when we actually put the fire in, your house will not burn down. So put the slab here. Now stack it up. And there we go. Now we have our fireplace. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna have this come out about 1, 2, 3. How about we're gonna use upside down slabs and have it come out 1, 2, 3. On the fourth block, place a full block, so you have something like this. So I'm liking that pretty much right now. Our stairs are gonna be going right here. So when we come to the front, we see these two big windows here on the front. We're gonna start our stairs here on this spruce wood, and when we're gonna make it come up 1. Actually, let's have it start here. Come up one more block. And what we're gonna do is make this into a full block. Actually, hold on, guys. I'm trying to figure out how I did this before. So I think we do start it here, change this into blocks, and then we just use stairs going all the way up from here. Whoop. So just having them go all the way up, and finishing up right here. So there we go. Now we have our stairs, but I don't like how this looks. What we're gonna do is add basically a dividing wall around it. You can maybe do something like this to where you could put torches in here, stuff like that, to light it up a little bit more. And what we're gonna do is just have this come all the way up to the ceiling here, and voila, now we have our stairs. Nice and simple. If you come up to the top here, I kind of want to get rid of all of this and replace this with our quartz slabs as well, just so it looks a little more natural coming all the way up. And there we go. Now we have that. Let's go back downstairs. Our kitchen area will be here, so I might get rid of some of these torches, and we're gonna extend this out one block. I feel like I said block really weird. Okay, so here's where we're gonna use our gray wool. I like using gray wool for our countertops, or for the counters, and then for the countertops I want to use the white wool. So what we're gonna do is place our gray wool coming around to about right here. It would be pretty good. And then we can have an island here in the middle. So something simple like this. It's not too big. Nice and simple though. And then we can, how do we want to do this? Do we want to add a dividing wall here? Maybe just something small like this would help. There we go. I like that. Something small. Let's put our carpet on top of the gray wool here. Well, you want to be careful to not stack them up like I did. Put them on the island here as well. Okay, so we have our kitchen, but we're not fully done with the kitchen yet. We want to take out, where are they? Cauldrons. We need the furnaces like usual. Crafting table most likely. Brewing stands, maybe. And we'll get to some other stuff later on. But what we're going to do is our cauldron's actually going to go here in the island. So it's going to be somewhere, basically like right where I put it. And then our furnaces are going to go here. And you can place the carpets back on top of them if you want. Or you could do something like this. So it kind of looks like a vent. I guess that would work. You could even just use slabs as well if you wanted to do that instead. Let's see, what else? Our crafting table we could put here in the corner. So now we can make our food. Our refrigerator, because I know a lot of people were complaining I didn't add one in my last house, can go here. So we can place our blocks of iron. And then take out a iron door. Or wooden door. Whoop, sorry about that, guys. And so just put the doors here. There you go. Now you have your refrigerator as well. Now we need to add some countertops. Or not countertops, excuse me, some cabinets. The cabinets are going to go, basically like right above the, man, I can't think of anything today. Right above the refrigerator. That's what it is. So that's working out. And let's take some night vision just so you guys can see a little bit more. I know it's kind of hard to see. Whoa, that improved it a lot. Okay, so there we go. Now we have our cabinets. So a couple things we need to do though. We can't just finish it off like this. It doesn't look right. We need to take out some signs. We need to take out some item frames. And also any carpet of your choice. I'm probably going to use brown because I feel like it looks best. What we're going to do is place the sign first on the blocks. Just like this. I'm going to get rid of that one. Place that one there. Do the same thing with the cabinets up top. Now what we're going to do is place your item frames behind them. So they should look just like this so far. Place one there. Now what we're going to do is place your round carpet so it looks like the handle to the cabinet door. So just flip them 3 times so it looks like it's at the top. And there we go. Now we have your cabinets, nice and simple. Not too hard to make at all either. And then to finish it off, one thing we could do is kind of what we did over here. We can place our slabs. Whoop, those aren't slabs, those are stairs. Place our slabs here. And then finish it off with an upside down stair or something like that. Here. So you could do something like that if you wanted to. I'm debating if I want to do that or not. Because I'm still not sure how it looks. So maybe do something like this. Have this come across the top. And maybe something like that. No, not a big fan of that. Maybe just place a slab here to make it a little bit lower, but not too much. There we go. I actually do like that. Now we have our kitchen. And what we could even do is, I just thought about this. Place our cobblestone wall here. Going up into it. So you could do something like that as well. And here we could probably just make this like, we could put a couple chests or something like that. So the chests, still trying to get used to the new inventory thing. The chest is right here. So you just have like a little closet area. You can't use this top one, but it's just there for decoration. Over here, let's work on our living room area. So our living room area, what we're going to do is we're going to use jungle wood planks, or excuse me, jungle wood stairs and planks. So what we're going to do is our TV is going to be here. Let's have our couch be like this, about the same size as the window here. So here's the size of our couch. And then one block away we can make our chair with just, I believe it's 4 corner stairs, or 2 corner stairs and then 2 regular stairs. Now we have a chair. So nice simple design. I've actually like using these because they're pretty good height in my opinion. And what we're going to do is, you guys know the TV I like to make now ever since we got, what are they called? Carpets. Goodness gracious. I wish I could think of stuff today. Sorry about that, guys. And we're going to use the usual TV. So this wall is too wide. Our TV will go here in the center. We're going to be using black wool and gray wool. So the black wool will go in the wall. That will be our screen. And then what you can do is you have a couple different options. You could put like bookshelves, anything you want for decoration underneath the TV. That's basically all up to you. I'm going to use bookshelves for a little bit more decoration, like I said. And we'll need brown wool and gray, or excuse me, we need gray wool and gray carpet. So now what we're going to do is place a piece of gray wool on each side, carpet here in the middle, then carpet on top. There we go. Now we have our TV. If you want, you can make it even taller. The way to do that is you'd move the screen up one block. And then what you would do is you'd take out some string, which is, where's the string? The string is here. Place it one block up. So the string's here now. Place your carpet on top of the string. Gray wool. Oh, I need to get rid of this one. There we go. And then gray wool on top. Then there's your TV. But to me that looks a bit too tall. I'm just trying to give you guys a couple more options. All depends on what you guys think looks best. So I'm just going to stick with the original size. So I'm going to stick with that size. You can place a button on each side if you want, or like an item frame for speakers. So to do that, what you would do is take out, where are the item frames? They are here. So the item frame, and then a CD of our choice. What kind of CD do we want to use? If I can find them. I hate when, the only thing I hate about new updates is I lose where everything is. Oh my, why can't I find anything? CDs. Goodness gracious. This is horrible. Why can't I find them? Alright, well since I can't find them, I'm just going to use glowstone instead. So the item frames just goes here, here, and there we go. Looks like your speaker. Or you can put like a jukebox or something like that. Again, all up to you on some of the stuff you want to do. Let's see. Let's take out some carpet, and let's make a carpet in here for our living room. Let's use, I like using green carpet, maybe some gray carpet along with it. What we're going to do is basically make like the outline using our green wool, or green carpet, excuse me. So something like this. And then the inside, we could do is do like a unique pattern, so something like this. And just try to make it a little bit unique. Give it a little bit more design. How's that? No, don't like that at all. What kind of design do we want to do for the carpet? So I do want to make it look pretty nice. That's the whole goal of making houses, right? Trying to make it look nice. I'll be fine with this. So there we go. Now our carpet has a little bit more design to it. We could add shelving on each side here if we wanted to. But if you do that, I would suggest using actual white carpet instead, because most shelves are usually white. So you can do something like that. Do the same thing on the other side, and then maybe finish it off with like a block of quartz on this side to finish it off. And maybe, what else could we do? Maybe a upside down slab up here. Oh, we can't do that one there. Oh, maybe you could have this one come across. No, that wouldn't work either. I'm trying to find a place where we could put flower pots and stuff. Let's think. We'll come back to that. I want to put some stairs here, so like basically like seats. What we can do is actually use quartz. You can basically use anything you want, and then we can use item frames again. A lot of item frames in this house. And also, we need some trap doors. A lot of people haven't asked me to make these kind of chairs, so I will. And then you put the item frames on both sides like this. Only problem with signs is I can't place two signs right here. That's why I'm using item frames. And the one thing I like to do, I like to use cobblestone walls for the railings, because you can turn them like this. And then do the same thing with all four of them. And so our night vision is running out. Let's take some more of that real quick. There we go, that's better. And let's light our fire. So let's take out our netherrack. Then let's take out Our flint and steel is here. So let's place it in here. Let's make sure fire spread is off. It wasn't. Good thing I checked. And boom. Now we have our fireplace. Let's see. Anything else we need to do? Trying to think real quick. And one thing you could do, I think I did this before, you can place it like that or something. Or maybe even add an upside down stair. You don't get the light from it, but you still get the design. So you could do something like that. Again, you don't, I'm pretty sure you don't get the light from it. But like I said, you get the design of it. That's basically it. Let's move upstairs. Maybe we could put like some flower pots here. It's like when you walk in, you see flower pots up on top. I don't know. I'm still hung up on that. Alright, so let's go upstairs. Our upstairs, I kind of feel like it should only be a one bedroom because there's not really too much you can do up here. This is more of a vacation house, not a full-size house, if that makes sense. You might notice how we have dirt up here. One way we can fix that is by placing the upside down slabs going all the way around them. And to do this a little bit faster, take some more swiftness, which I haven't taken on video. So that's the first time I've taken it this video. Big surprise there. So you can basically place any material you want. If you want to make the roof spruce wood, birch wood, jungle wood, basically anything you want, you can. What this does is, again, just eliminates the look of having the dirt above your head, which is the whole point of this. And so what we're going to do is we're almost done with all of this. If you haven't seen the other parts, most likely you have if you're this far into the video. But if you haven't seen the other parts, go check those out just so you can catch up to where we are now. So what we're going to do is have our first room be here. Maybe, that looks about right size. It's pretty big. And so to stack this one up to the ceiling, do the same thing. You can leave the opening there if you want like that. Or what you can do is place another slab to turn it into a full block. Again, a lot of these ideas are just suggestions. Again, it's really just all up to you on what you think looks best. Over here we can make this like into a closet area of some sort. Probably make that into, I don't know why I got rid of it then if I'm gonna do that. So take this back out, put our birch wood here, and what I was gonna say is make this like into a closet or a bathroom area. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stack this one all the way up. I'm not gonna fill in the top though this time. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. But I am going to finish this one off. And then do the same thing up here. It's like that. Up here you could put like a seating area, resting area. Or if you don't want to have that into a bathroom, you could make this into another bedroom, honestly. If you want to have two bedrooms. Just have it like come out to here. So we have some walkway there, stack this up, and now we have a second bedroom, an optional second bedroom, depends on what you want to do with it. So there we go, now we have that. Oh, we do need those. Place that back. Okay, so that works out. We're at 18 minutes right now. So we have our bedroom, our second bedroom, come upstairs. Let's work on the area to the garage. So there's, like I said, a couple things we could really do. You could make it to where, let's come outside real quick. You could make it to where there's a second room down here. For like a chest room, something like that. Or we could just make stairs going down to the garage. I've honestly been debating about what I think would look best. Maybe like a small room, not a big room, would look pretty good down here. Whoa. Where do we put our cobblestone? Cobblestone, take that back out. So we just have it come down to about, I think right here is where it stops. So we could have the stairs start here. And we want to have them be regular stairs, not upside down stairs. And then maybe turn it. Well, no, that would defeat the purpose. Let's just have regular stairs coming down then. Because I'm not really sure where else you could put the stairs to make it to where it would fit perfectly. If that makes sense. And let's see. We could turn the stairs. So we don't need these here. Turn the stairs to where we exit out of here. And then we have full block. Now I'm just going to make this into a 1 wide staircase instead of the 2 that we originally had. Stack this all the way up. Try to cover up a lot of this area over here. Like the cobblestone, we can get rid of some of this if we want to. I'm going to make this into a full wall as well. So we have that. And then really all of this in here. Well, I guess we kind of need that. Where's my oak wood? So we have to stop here with this, but off from this point, we can basically, what do we want to do with that? Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to put quartz here. Now I'm just going to finish this off with quartz up top. So yes, we don't have as much headroom. The garage door is there. By the way, the garage door is open. I saw a comment on one part saying, well, the garage doors don't look like that. When they're open, they are parallel with the ceiling. So that's why it is like that, by the way. Place a stair here. Well, stair there. And then stair there. Alright, so now, oh, what's blocking us? So we need to get rid of that one. Okay. Let's get rid of that block. Oh, so we need that one too. Goodness gracious, I'm breaking all the wrong blocks. And let's finish off with quartz here. And voila, now we have our upstairs, our stairs going down into the garage. We have our living room done. Our kitchen is done. Upstairs, basically you're just going to put bedrooms. My bedrooms really don't change too much, so you guys probably know what bedrooms are like for me. I'm still trying to debate. If we come outside here, we have a small area. You could kind of extend it a little bit if you wanted to. It depends on how much space you have and how much space you want to have, really. You can make this as big of a backyard as you want. You could put a pool, basically put anything back here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put... Did my night vision run out? Nope, but my swiftness did. Alright, so got some more of that. What we're going to do is just place some oak wood out here. And then I'm going to put a cobblestone wall going around this last layer. So I'm going to break this last layer here. And then take the cobblestone wall out. Put it here on the last piece of oak wood. And then we have our back patio. Already all said and done. There's our back patio. Nice and simple. You don't even need these here if you don't want to. You could just leave those, or you could even just move it over one more block. Nice, and that's pretty simple fix as well. So take the cobblestone walls and just connect them with this. There we go. Now you have your patio. So that's basically it for house number 48. House number 49 will probably be a one-parter just to get back on even numbers. I don't like having it to where you'd have to wait one more week for one more part. So that's usually why if I see like a 3-part video for me, a 3-part house, you usually have a 1-part following that one. So thank you for watching, guys. Please rate and subscribe. I hope you guys like this house. This house turned out pretty well in my opinion. It has a lot of unique looks to it from all different directions. I'll probably say one of my favorite parts is the waterfall here. It just adds a lot more character to the house. And place a piece of quartz here. That doesn't look right. The quartz there. There we go. That's all fixed. So again, thank you for watching, guys. Please rate and subscribe. I make house videos every Wednesday and Friday. So if you like this house, try to check out my channel. Maybe even subscribe if you feel like it. And hopefully you guys like the houses. So I'll talk to all you guys later.